Hi Crafty friends, it's me Mary and I'm back. Today I have such a fun video for you. I'm so excited to share this. I went to an estate sale, I know again, but it was so much fun. I went to one a couple weekends ago and it was about an hour away by my mom's house and it was a crafter's estate sale. And I got a bunch of fun stuff there, but this time this crafter was she had 10 times more stuff than the last one, and it was by the same estate sale company, so I was sort of following them afterwards to see where their next estate sale would pop up, and it just so happens it was by me this time. So my mom came and spent the night because my boys are away and they're camping. I have my 9-year-old here with me, but the 22-year-old and my husband are camping with family. So my mom came to stay with me and my sister came over in the morning, and we all went to the estate sale together and I got some super fun stuff. I'm so excited to show this to you. I spent about $100. Well, I spent exactly $100 on all of this stuff, and we're gonna see how much we get through in this first video here. I might split it up into a couple videos because there is quite a bit. I don't know if I got my money's worth, you guys, this time. I think I did, but I'm excited to hear what you guys are going to have to say. So let's go ahead and get started. This lady had everything. I mean, she had stuff. She had more stuff than me. And I don't know if you guys have seen my craft room. I'll link it, the video in my description box below. But if you haven't, check it out. But this lady had 3 times more stuff than me. So I just thought that was pretty crazy. I got this Happy Halloween sticker. I thought that was neat. And then I love these Snow and Cocoa snowflakes. And I'm not going to go through each thing because there's just a lot of stuff here. They had a lot of Prima Frank Garcia stuff. So I got some Halloween, and I thought this was really fun. Here's some more. These brads are so fun. I don't think I've ever seen those. I did get some Say It in crystals, and this one is Amber Moon, and I don't have that collection, but I just thought that these were really pretty. I tried to get only the collections that I had because, as you guys know, I am pretty much running out of space here, so I'm probably going to have to sell some of this stuff too. But look at this, Vintage Market, and she bought a ton of stuff at Tuesday morning, you guys. So this is by Canvas Corp. And I did want to quickly mention that I have a little update on Michaels, if you guys haven't heard. They recently bought the Joann's IP and private label brands. So I don't know if you've heard yet, but it was just done yesterday, and I thought that that was pretty cool. So they will be expanding their sewing section and things like that, and fabric section, of course. But they didn't say anything about like the paper crafting or anything like that in their announcement, but I'm hoping that future announcements they'll specify a little bit more about exactly what they bought and what they're going to expand. So yeah, so I got this one. This is Autumn Sunset. Here's some more Prima flowers, and these are so pretty, aren't they? I love these, like the pastels. Look at these ones. So pretty. And then they had just a few Tim Holtz things. She wasn't really into vintage scrapbooking too much, but this is the ephemera pack. It doesn't show what's in there. Let me see if I can throw some of this stuff to the side so I have more room here. But I just thought, you know, I wasn't in there for very long either because my mom and my sister basically just went with me to help me because I can't lift the stuff, so they just go around with me and help me, but they didn't want to stay too long, so I just basically grabbed some stuff and I'm just looking through it now with you. So I just piled it up on my desk and here we are. So this is Heritage, and I don't know if I have this ephemera pack, so I was excited to get that. And I love these spider doilies, the spiderweb doilies. I do have those. Here's some more of that Vintage Market, and I thought that was so fun. She did have some Amy Tan stuff, and let's see, this one is, it doesn't say the name. If you guys know the name of this collection, let me know. I don't know if I have this one or not, but I love Amy Tan. I do have Round Trip, and I don't have these little enamels, so that was fun. And I love this collection, Dulce by Frank Garcia. Oh, so I was so happy to find that. Here's some more of the Round Trip. And then this one I love, Wonder by Crate Paper. I don't think I've ever seen this ephemera pack. So if you hear my son in the background, he's just playing games, making noise as usual. He's so cute. And then I got this one. I think this is Horizon by Paige Evans. It looks like it anyway. One of her collections. And then they had some boxes like with scrapbooks in them. I think they're, oh yeah, they're called the November or whatever date Parceled Together collection. So I think that in each kit you got like a binder or a junk journal, I would say a blank junk journal, and then all the papers to go along with it. So in this one you got this little piece of faux leather, lots of heritage papers. So yeah, you can see all those, and I do not have much of heritage. So I got those. I also picked up a few dies, not many, but I'll probably end up selling these. So if you're interested, check out my eBay. I will also have that listed in the description box below. I sometimes sell some of the things that I find at estate sales, because I can't keep it all, but it's so much fun. And you know, like I said, when I was looking through the stuff, I really didn't have a whole lot of time to like pick and choose. So, yeah. So I end up with some stuff that I really don't need, but that is really fun anyway. So here in this bag, I think that this was stuff to go with Dulce from Frank Garcia. Isn't this so pretty? Look at all that stuff, all the fibers. Love those. So I can't wait to play with those. I also got some 49 in Market, which I haven't been getting lately because I just think it's a little bit expensive. Definitely worth it, but, well, there's a chip on there. Sorry, I was eating Pringles. But I just haven't been picking it up, and I love this. This is the Strawberry Lemonade frame set, and it's the Spectrum Sherbert collection. I did pick up some K & Company. They had a lot more K & Company, but I didn't pick up too much. The Here and There collection. And I got a lot of Sweet Rush by Vicki Boutin, a collection that I did not pick up, but that I love. And then a Round Trip 6x8. And I'll just mention that I didn't go on the first day of the sale like I normally do. My boys were leaving for camping, and I wanted to be here to help them pack and get off safely. So I didn't go to the first day of the estate sale. So this was actually the second day that I found all this stuff. So you can find things on the second day, even though I'm pretty consistent on going the first day. I did talk to some of the people that were there, and they had been there the first day also, and they came back for the second day, and they said that it was a madhouse on the first day. So I can't even imagine what I missed out on, but you know, you can't really think about that because, you know, you still find the things that you find, and it's still good for you. So I love this Sweet Rush sticker pack. And I'm just a huge fan of Paige Evans and all of her collections. She does work with Pink Fresh Studio now, I believe. And she came out with a new collection recently. So I'm still on the fence whether or not I'm going to get that one. I love this Dulce chipboard, by the way. But we'll see. I wasn't a big fan of the green that they included in that collection from Paige Evans, but you know, sometimes it grows on me as people show it on their YouTube channels. Of course, Carousel. I got a couple pads of these because I couldn't believe that they were still there on the second day. And then Sweet Rush Ephemera. So yeah, so you guys see what I picked up on the second day. Like I said, I can't even imagine what was there on the first day. So here's some more things that I got. Sorry for shaking the camera. I got this decorative frame, and this is from Frank Garcia. some stickers from Carousel, 5 of them. Can you believe that? All from Tuesday Morning. She was a frequent shopper of Tuesday Morning, so all of these things were Tuesday Morning prices, which was nice. And then I cannot believe that the ephemera was still there. You guys know how hard it is to find this stuff. So I think that that might have been one of my favorite finds, was the Carousel ephemera. It's just one of my favorite collections. And they had a ton of Anna Griffin stuff there, but I know you guys are probably gonna scream when I say this. I'm just not a huge fan of Anna Griffin. It's too realistic for me. I don't know, I haven't gotten into that yet. Watch me, you know, be really into it next year. But so far, so good. I haven't gotten into it because it's expensive and I don't know. But that's one thing that I just haven't purchased a lot of. I know a lot of you are big fans of Anna though, and I'm sure that at some point I will be too, just not yet. And it was good because they had a ton of it there. So what do you guys think so far? Like, how much would you pay for this? That's what I'm interested in hearing. Like, how much would you pay for this stuff? I don't know if I'm getting a good deal or what, because I really don't need any of it, right? Of course, it's just crafty stuff. It's not like food or something like that. But yeah, what would you pay for these items? The Sweet Life, that's Vicky Boutin. And then I did pick up some more Prima Frank Garcia. And this is the Santa Baby collection, which I also have very little of. So I was so excited to find this. I love these snowflakes. Aren't they pretty? And then some chipboard. And I'm like Tina at Tina's Craft Creations. I love the chipboard. So whenever I find it, I try and pick it up. They had some garden party stickers. And then here's some more Vicky Boutin, some more of the Sweet Rush collection. I just love the colors in this. Look at that, how pretty that peacock is. And then I got these, and this is the Spectrum Sherbert collection. This is Tidal Wave Laser Cut Elements. So assorted botanicals, leaves, and butterflies. And this is a little bit realistic for me too, so I'm not sure if I'll end up keeping those. But they're so pretty, aren't they? So I got those, and then here's a couple more Anna Griffin things that I picked up. That, and then, actually that might be it. But they had shelves and shelves full of the Anna boxes and card kits. And then I got this collection, Autumn Sunset, which I did not have, but there was so much of this collection there that I thought, well, you know, I can really piece this collection together and have a lot of it. So I did do that. And then I'm not sure which collection this is to. Do you guys know? It's called Spooky. And they're the letters. It says After Dark. Is that a collection I'm not familiar with, or is it called something else? So I got 2 of those. Then I got these Say It in Crystals, the Autumn Sunset. And I got these, which are really cute, Jelly Bean Soup mini placemats. They're so cute. And I did pick up these. They're by Recollections, so Michael's. And they're just those lenticular embellishments. Here's the Here and There sticker sheet. And I'm just gonna finish up this small pile here, and then we'll move on to the next video, I think, because aren't these so cool, the carousel? I don't want to make this video too long for you guys. Simple Vintage Lemon Twist. I got a lot of this collection. And I do already have the collection, but I didn't have all the pieces to it because I was sort of late to the game on this one. But I love these. Look at these chipboard frames. Aren't they gorgeous? And then they had the Simple Vintage Lemon Twist decorative brads and the sticker book, which I did not have. So I'm excited about that one. Look at all the stickers you get in there. A couple more things. I did pick up these flea market fancy fringe tassels. They did have a lot of beads and stuff there too. I just didn't get to look at them. So I didn't get to look at probably 25 to 30% of the crafting stuff that she had. Like not even look at it. So I'm thinking about going back tomorrow if my son will go with me, my little guy. But I would need help to carry it out to the car and stuff like that. So if I did get a lot. But the guy there was helping me, so the worker. So that was nice. And then this. So far this is part 1 of my estate sale haul. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will be back soon with another estate sale haul share. Again, I got this all for $100. Let me know what you would have paid for the stuff that I showed you in this video. I'm curious to find out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that everybody's having a great day. And until next time, friends, talk to you later. Bye-bye.